Welcome, Starkiller. How you doing tonight? I officially changed my setup to a vertical stream instead of, well, not vertical stream, but like my displays for my PC are vertical instead of two screens left and right. So I'm still getting used to how that flows. Hey, Ruben, how's it going? Been a minute or three. Let's see if we can get you one. And Starkiller. Exile. I know Exile. Oh, I think I might know what's going on here. Let's pause that. Ficello, welcome. Yeah, I've gotten donos in the past. These are just the free ones I've been giving out. I won't turn down a dono though. Not above a dono. Snorlax do need a nickname, so that could help with that. Oh wow, audio sketching out a little bit. Yeah, I've actually used to get donos quite frequently on the channel, and I've been doing well, Ruben. How about yourself? Hopefully all's well. Now let's light up the brass coin channel, shall we? I recognize 0 of those people. Maybe Minato of the North is about all I recognize there. But this randomized membership giving kinda doesn't like active users. It's the weirdest thing. Kind of not ideal. You don't know any of them? Yeah. Heaven forbid it give it to my active people. Also, I don't know if it's my changing where my lighting's at, but I feel like the webcam looks better slightly. I think Minato of the North has popped by recently. Active people are overrated. Yeah, it checks out. Can confirm lighting is better. Good, good. Aside from these jackets here, I don't know if he was present at the time, Ruben, but I was telling everybody I finally, instead of having a left and right monitor, I have a top and bottom monitor, so I can look up at the camera a little bit better, hopefully. Instead of having the camera kind of off at an angle, I can sit directly in front of my monitors now. And when I have a little bit more room, I can put up my third and fourth monitor, no problem. Vertically. Just... I looked away a lot at the other, yeah. At least now I'll be looking up. Or like that. You're coming to the point where you might give up on your shiny hunt? Understandable. $80 in is a no small amount of time. Never give up, never give in. $90. Pasha. Pasha, pasha. Let's see, Ruben. Since the last time you were here, I got news that we're going to be growing our team again. A revamped ATM project is going live faster than anticipated. I've taken control over a business conversion problem to solve. And we launched our help desk. I think you were here for that. So I run that now too. Been busy. I have been putting in work. Goodness. Have we been putting in some work? It's all good though. We like it. All good things, all good things. So, it sounds like I'll have a team of 14 people, and my counterpart will have a team of 14 people, probably. Either that, or my counterpart will have a team of, like, 16 people. And I'll have a team of 12. Stellar. You're getting a protective case so you can take your Switch 2 to work, so you can shiny hunt on your lunch break. I thought you've been... Oh. I almost had your scenario confused with By Swayze for like 0.3 seconds. Ratha, welcome. Hello, Monkey Band. What? If you're calling me a monkey... Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, how do you know about my Zelda channel? I haven't talked about that in ages. I have a Zelda channel titled Hyrule Monkey. And it's the monkey from Majora's Mask is the mascot, but dressed up as the hero of time. It's pretty great. It's pretty great. And as far as cases go, Ruben, I highly recommend this one by MigTech. It's kind of not being used for what it's supposed to be used for right now, but got all your games there. It holds your dock, controller, Pro Controller, power cords, HDMI cords, the Switch. You can grab that box and go. Is this a memory? Maybe. Yes. Is this the real life or just a fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Copyright strike. Got one similar to that, just not space for the Pro Controller. Ah, nice. Still good, still good. That's a good question, Ratha. Like, I personally hate the memory journal because, like, I've never put down a Pokemon game for so long I forgot where I was when I shut it off. What are those? The audio sounds crazy tonight. What do you mean? Is it like terrible? Let me double check. I don't hear anything different. Was what an action replay? This? This is just what you did last when you had played the game. If you press B, you can bypass it. Because I don't know, for some reason the Pokemon Company felt that we wouldn't remember what we last did when we played the game. So it's like, here's a recap of previously on your video game playthrough. Because I don't know. But I wish we could disable it. I feel like Gen 4 also does the journaling function. But anything after Gen 4, I feel like we can toggle it off. Last time on Dragon Ball Z. Okay, now I feel like I'm having a Mandala effect. Because last time also sounds correct, but I feel like I've recall previously on Dragon Ball Z. But I'm like more sure that it's said last time. Do 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 do. So, Starkiller, you were saying something was going wrong with the audio? And no, it is not a Nintendo brand case. It's by MigTech. Played your N64 for the first time today. Was it glorious, Mirror Man? Was it fantastic? Everything you remembered it would be? Or imagined. I don't know if you've ever played one before. What was the first game you popped in, Mirror Man? This matters. If it was Mario, we'll forgive you. It sounds like it's coming out of an old speaker. Super Mario 64. You know what? As far as N64 games go, that's a fair first game. Like, I am using my older headset, so it's going to sound slightly different. But, like, I feel like when I'm listening to it, it doesn't sound any different. Maybe slightly different, I could think. I mean, is it just my mic that sounds off? And do I have more of a Chicago radio impersonation going on? My favorite Nintendo 64 game has gotta be Majora's Mask. Second to that, Ocarina of Time, then GoldenEye, then Diddy Kong Racing. Actually, I will retcon that right now. Majora's Mask, Donkey Kong 64, Ocarina of Time, GoldenEye, Diddy Kong Racing. Very well could be. Well, like, you're not wrong in that it sounds different than my other mic was sounding. You were thinking about getting Ocarina of Time? I feel like it's a must. Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, classics. Those are a game where I would greatly love to go back and play for the first time again. Have a good night, Mirror Man. Have you played any more ZA recently, Starkiller? Since, you know, we have to get that Volcanion. Does anybody know, is there a way to get a legitimate shiny Hoopa? Because, like, I get doing Volcanion, but, like, Hoopa would have made more sense as the reward. You got Zeraora, and you swapped a ton of Pokemon in and out of ZA, and playing it again reminds you how trash that game is. How did you get Zeraora? Is that get rank S or whatever the heck it is right now? Because I think I'm going to have to do that. I do not have a Zeraora yet. Or is that like the end of the game? You get Groudon, Kyogre, Rayquaza, and then he can go catch Zeraora. Is he part of the base game, or is he online play? How does that work? Gotta finish the game and get Ray Ray. Then after you beat the whole story, you can do that next. You get a muffin thing from the construction company and trade it to some kid on a roof. Okay, so it's part of the base game. Shiny locked. Probably. The answer to that is negatory. Helps if I press the A button and not the B button. How much money for me to delete half of my Pokemon? 3 hundo.
Atlas Racing donated $5 through Super Chat. No, I'm
Thanks,
good, but good luck,
WC
G.
Racing. Thanks for the luck. And the $5 super chat. That was nice. By the way, if you're still here, CWCS Racing, Snorlax does need a nickname now. We don't officially have one for Snorlax, I don't think. So far, I think the closest thing we have to a name is calling him Fatty Lax. But I think that's kind of a little mean to Snorlax. He's just big boned. Big Bear? You know what? I think that's gonna take it for now. I win. I'm surprised that we aren't going with Blue Bear, honestly. you were gonna go with that, but Big Bear is the one. I also accepted it, so there is that. We'll see if somebody pays to override that. The channel isn't quite popular enough yet to really have people fighting over it. Would be wild if we ever got to that day, though. You'll fight over it? Gonna send your raccoons after him? New PC funds up to $127 though, so that's pretty cool. Just through Super Chats alone. And we're 469 subscribers away from YouTube shelling out money for the views and whatnot. So, Starkiller, at what point are you thinking of throwing in the towel for your shiny hunt? What point are you figuring on throwing in the towel for your shiny hunt and calling it quits? Because you said you feel like you were getting there soon. Julio, welcome. Now that I think about it, I'm now thinking that I said that wrong. Is it Julio? You want to quit so bad, but you feel like you would have wasted so much time, so you might just not even play the game till you get it, which is making you want to break from it because of it. Yeah, understandable. It's terrible when it's the beginning of the hunt and it's just not cooperating. First shiny of the game. Making you put in the work. You like to apologize for cheating to get a shiny Pokemon in Heart Gold because you don't have time to shiny hunt? Was it Gyarados? Taken a ridiculous long time, and from things you've read online, people say it took them months with doing it for hours every day. Yeah. This game, Starkiller, I'm not kidding you. I am having extremely uncommonly good luck and fortune. Like, we're talking people have done 80,000 plus encounters and still not found it. Like, at the beginning of the run, I talked about Sauce McGavin a lot. He's really the first person I sat and watched do a shiny hunt like this. And I'm not joking, 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, for a minimum of a month to get Venus Ivysaur, or Bulbasaur. And then he did it again to get Magikarp while waiting for Legend ZA to come out. You feel like you found Pokerus faster than you will during this shiny hunt? Yeah. Sauce did have bad luck for a very long time. But he also had some back-to-backers too. Like, he found Bulbasaur, and in the same stream, he found Mankey. You made all of your Pokemon shiny using cheats there, McLaronma. It's unfortunate, but hey, if it's adding to your enjoyment of the game and not affecting others, more power to you. I'm here for it. No judgment from me. Yeah, Pokerus is kind of crazy. Will I be shiny hunting in Pokemon Wind and Waves? Absolutely, I will be. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, the release for Pokemon Wind and Waves, because it'll be like the first release in a long time where there shouldn't be like early playthroughs of it due to people leaking the game, because the ability to do so isn't widespread yet. Then again, maybe by the time it comes out, people have figured out the Switch too. Pokerus was introduced in Gen 3, I feel like. Like, I know for a fact it's in Gen 3. I'm just not quite sure if it was in Gen 2 or not. I don't feel like it was. But I feel like Gen 3, they kind of had things more figured out. Yeah, I don't know if it's in Gen 9 or Gen 8 right off, just because I know for sure Gen 9 has the ability to easily and quickly buy proteins in stat boosting items that way, and you can use more of them, up to 26 per stat, until you hit 54 or 56. 56. So there's no reason to need to make it so that Pokerus is a thing. Eric, welcome. Does anyone have a rule for your Pokemon challenge? What do you got so far? Only bug types in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet? No rare candies obtained from Dynamax adventures or Dynamax raid dens. Well, there we go. Easy rule to follow. What you talking about, Eric? Do I have a difficult, more difficult role, or is that my role? I'm not sure what that means. Oh, do I have a more difficult rule? Yeah, I gotta say that's my rule. I'm not coming up with anything else stellar. I just got hit, like, sucker punched right in the jaw, level hit, with a huge wave of sleepy. Despite my drinking of Dr. Pepper, the caffeine isn't counteracting fast enough. But typically, at about 9:15, I kind of come out of it with the second wind, so here's hoping. just got hit with a huge wave of no shiny starter once again. Mm-hmm. Eric, are you still hanging out? I think I might have a better rule for you. Luffy! Welcome back, Luffy. How you been? As you can see, we're still right here, hunting a Snorlax. Good, glad to hear it. When they introduce shiny Pokemon, you want to know how many people got a shiny starter first try for them to realize shiny Pokemon were a thing. I also wonder this information because it's pretty crazy. Because, like, we know somebody had to have just been derped around playing the game and been like, oh my gosh, that's a shiny. What's going on? And many other people just not having realized. Oh, that was a waste. Hey, Jason, doing pretty well. How you doing tonight? I'm trying to sneak in here while Nightbot's spamming some messages, I see. I was actually distracted setting a new light goal and trying to pin it. You got your shiny Volcanion today. That's what's up. I still need to finish Legends ZA. I think I'm missing like 30 or so in the Ultra Wormhole, Pokedex, whatever. Hyperspace Lumiose Pokedex, I'm missing like 30 or 50. I swear, sometimes when that Snorlax comes across the screen, even though it's not shiny, it's a different color, and it's the weirdest thing. Now you only need 25 more Pokemon until you have them all. The only problem is that 24 of them are shiny locked. Sounds about right. What one are you missing? Because I am curious. It's got to be Jirachi, right? Type Null, huh? Was not expecting that one. How'd you go about getting a shiny Jirachi? Unironically, Type Null is one of the Pokemon I plan to hunt when this playthrough's over. Type Null better be in the Wind and Waves games. I feel like it's in a recent Switch game, isn't it? Because, like, if I'm not mistaken, every Pokemon is now available on the Switch in some way or another. Sword and Shield? Yeah, I thought so. Problem was, I don't think we could shiny hunt it in Sword and Shield because it's a gift instead of a encounter. I think that's what that was. Got your shiny Jirachi by trading in Brilliant Diamond. They're this character in the global trade room named Barry. You could be wrong, but you think they're a bot. They are definitely a bot. It's Barry-chan. Barry-chan, Dev, is a Twitch channel that has Twitch bots, and he constantly live streams, and you can get in the queue and trade Pokemon out. Barry and Barry Chan are blacklisted names, just like the Brascoin name is, in that they are known generated Pokemon. The good news is, with it being from Barry is one of the developers of Sysbot and PK Hex, and very involved with Santa Crab's PK Hex plugins, if I'm not mistaken. So they know what's up. If they're distributing Pokemon, at the very least, they will be legal. I think Barry only trades out Pokemon that can have their OT on them. Fiona should be able to, so I don't know why they wouldn't trade that one out. Yeah, Barry-chan does the same thing that Blaine's does. Barry-chan's just a developer behind it. Well, one of the developers. There for a while when Brascoin was doing the giveaways on that channel, they were using Barry-chan's bot program to do so. Kevdog, yep, Kevdog's one. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Pizza Planet, Optimism 247. Hey, Underglitch, welcome, welcome. We both still have no shiny Snorlax. It be like that. We're making some pretty good progress today through the incrementing though. I do not remember what number I started on, but I've definitely done 100 so far. Just a little over an hour in. Yesterday you kept shiny hunting from 1 p.m. to like 5 p.m. I'd like to be able to go for longer stretches of time. It's been a long time. Probably a month since I've been able to do just like a 4-hour straight live stream. I really need to just request a day off. Welcome, Band Slam. How's it going? But we're kind of growing rapidly at work right now, so I don't dare ask for time off until the end of June, which is when I'm taking some time off. Mainly because I have to move, but better keep the time off for rest when I'm sick. Oh, I have time off for that. Yeah, don't worry about that. Here in about July, middle of July, I will hit 5 years of employment with my job, and I start earning basically like almost a full day off every 2 weeks. I work at a credit union. So like I put in a week off at the end of June and a week off at the end of July, and I still have 40 hours left to mess around with. But part of that is I haven't used time off in a very long time. Like, I don't think I've requested more than a day off at a time since Christmas. I basically work at a bank, is another way of saying that. Typically I like to save my time off for around Christmas and Thanksgiving time. Yeah, the main difference under Glitch between a bank and a credit union is banks have shareholders, and their job is to make the shareholders as much money as they possibly can at the cost and expense of their members. Credit unions are to make their members as much money as they possibly can, where they're not for profit. So their object isn't to be a charity, it's not non-profit, it's not for profit. So while that's not our goal, if we do have a profit, it just gets invested back into the credit union to have better rates for the members. So a little bit better. Kaijug playing Pokemon Black version 2. It's a stellar game. What gym are you on? Gym 4? Okay. Yeah, here pretty quick though. I'll start basically getting a day off every 2 weeks, and that means I feel like every 4 months that's a week off. A little less than that. Yeah, that sounds right. I get a week off per quarter paid. That Snorlax looks like a different shade of green. But it's definitely not the blue I'm looking for. No, when we get profit, it doesn't go to the bosses. It doesn't go to the CEO's pocketbook or anything like that. It gets reinvested back into the credit union. So the more money the credit union makes through good loan practices, the better our savings rates will be to pay members for having their money deposited with us. And the more money we make, the more money we're able to, the better our loan rates also get to be. Because if we get more and more money as a credit union, that means we can lend out more and not have to borrow money from the Federal Reserve to lend on. And so we have more favorable rates for our members the more deposits we have. This is kind of how that works. What's my favorite Pokemon? Swampert. Sometimes I just need a good neck stretch. In your country, people still the profit. You pay to the helper of the doctor $400. That helper will take the money to itself because they ask you for more than what you really have to pay. Dang, I'm sorry to hear that. It's extremely unfortunate. Scammy, scammy, scammy. We get used to this. So, say they ask you to pay $400 when you really only owe 200. They pocket the 200 and give the rest to the actual bill type stuff, is what you're saying? Underglitch. I know I had previously thought that you were in Germany, and we decided that on a few streams ago that was definitely not right. Did we ever say where it was that you were? Because like right now, I kind of feel like India. Is India correct? Like, I just can't remember if we ever said concretely or for sure. I feel like we did. No, I remember now. It was Iraq. Yeah. Okay. For the record, I got my bearings straight before the message showed up on the stream, just saying. I think the reason why my go-to is India is because my streaming hours is like 9 a.m. for them, I feel like. Or it's early. And so I do get a lot of people from India popping on. So like if I don't remember and like I know it's not the US, I usually default to like India or Germany because I do get a lot of folks from there. It's 6 a.m. to you right now. You always wake up early to keep an eye on the garage and the birds from the cats? You used to wake up early since you was a kid? Okay. Is this like a car garage? Do you repair cars? It's like a garage that inside the real house, you don't know what they call it, but it's kind of backyard, but in front. Oh, okay, okay. Is there a lot of theft over there? Is just going to people's houses and stealing from their garage if nobody's attending to it? Yeah, that is very much blue when it shines, so I don't think I have to worry about that. Oh, dead headphones glitched. I was asking, is theft pretty rampant over there that you have to be concerned if somebody's gonna like go into the garage and steal stuff out of it? Hey, Ruben, have a fantastic night and a great Sunday tomorrow. You remember you saw a person who got stolen chickens from above his house? Dang, man. So, what's got crime so rampant over there? Because I only know what like the news elects to show people, which is generally pretty biased, so we tend to not watch any of it. Oil is life and it can make you rich, and Iraq is full of oil. So where the money goes. That's why you don't watch news and don't care about conversations like this. You only think of video games. That's fair. That's fair. Because it's not like everybody over there is rich, because like the people that have the rights to the oil are the rich ones, and so does that put like the rest in a state of poverty to where that's what you do to survive? Because in that regard, very similar to, well, not very similar, just similar to situations in the US in some areas. Um, Pretty crazy. Jeffrey, heck yeah, we got a Snorlax shiny hunt, part of the badge quest for Leaf Green. It's going to be our 6th shiny for the playthrough. I am definitely not doing a Chansey hunt anytime soon. Also, we have somebody popping in on Twitch. Thank you so much for that follow. It's been a hot minute since somebody's actually been watching on Twitch and not being a bot. Oh, hey, Shiny Chansey looks awesome. I just ain't fin to do the Safari Zone. Although I'm thinking Chansey can be found in Cerulean Cave. So, like, after the game is beaten, could possibly see about making that happen. Just definitely will not be doing a shiny Chansey hunt in the Safari Zone. I do not hate myself that much. I might do a Nidorino or Nidorina hunt in the Safari Zone. And hope I don't get a Parasect or Kangaskhan. Also not likely hunting a Dragonair. I think after Snorlax, the next one is going to be a Lapras, and that leaves one remaining that I need. And I am torn between a Dratini hunt and that Nidorina hunt. Gotcha, Underclutch. I kind of was doing a Cubone hunt. That's how I ended up with Gengar. I mean, I was hunting primarily for Ghastly, but I ran into quite a few Cubone, and we were wondering if that was going to be a shiny instead of my Ghastly. All I know is that we are going to replace Fearow and Diglett for sure. Not Diglett. That's your boy right there. Diglett is pretty lit. That's why we hunted it for a minute, but if I can get a Nidoking, Diglett's gone. If I end up going with a Dratini, Fearow's gone. Him and Muck are the goats. Muck's pretty alright. You just hope you don't get Voltorb. Same. Staying far away from that electrical plant. You got him last time in Ruby and you don't want him anymore? That's brutal. I could go for the Lane Miss Shiny Zapdos. Here's the plan, Jeffrey. So, at the conclusion of this playthrough, banger of a song, by the way. At the conclusion of this playthrough, I've already played through Fire Red, and I'm working on getting another copy of Leaf Green or Fire Red for another Switch user. When I do, I'm going to remove my webcam and then remove the stuff down at the bottom, and I'm going to shiny hunt all 3 of the legendary birds at the same time. It's going to be Articuno up top, Zapdos, Moltres at the bottom, in order. Really fat cat. I don't know if that makes it so you guys hear cat purring, but also, Jeffrey, if you're still hanging out, the reference just clicked for your name, and I love it. So the name is Jeffrey Naumers, is how that would be said. but it's a nod to Jeffrey Dahmer, who was a cannibal, if I'm not mistaken. Very notorious serial killer. Perhaps from the Washington State area, if I'm remembering. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It was Wisconsin, not Washington. Jack the Ripper. Moriarty. Moriarty. Sorry, that's giving me flashbacks to Sherlock Holmes, the BBC series with Benedict Cumberbatch. Neither of those sound familiar to me. Oh, interesting. Is this Sherlock Holmes 3 with Robert Downey Jr.? Or is this just a random movie? Hey, Wes, welcome. Hello there. It's going well. I finally got over my tired spell that was pervasive until like 9:20. Had a fairly decent stream so far. How about you? How you doing? Oh, hopefully that wasn't my shiny. That's the second time I've done this stream. That's the series. Oh, gotcha. Oh, Sherlock Holmes in the 22nd century. Okay. That one's fairly new, isn't it? I feel like that one just is currently coming out. Maybe I'm mistaken though. Oh no, that's young Sherlock. Never mind. Gotcha. Well, maybe I'll have to check them out. Might read Sherlock Holmes stories after school. They're pretty good from what I've heard. That's what you saw once on Facebook? They found a match to what? And is this in the movie still? Oh, fun fact, did I know they finally found the identity of Jack the Ripper? Huh. I didn't know that that hadn't been found. Yeah, I was under the impression that that was... They knew it was Jack the Ripper because, like, I thought his name was Jack because was what his name was. All right. This is going to be the last encounter. It is 10 p.m., so it is time for me to go to sleep. And it is not a shiny. So that means we will be picking this up tomorrow for some more shiny hunting fun. But you all have a great morning and night. And Underglitch will see you next time.